On this week's segment of ADvice, Ryan Townend is here, and we are talking about the power of LinkedIn. And of course, Ryan, you've got a strong presence on LinkedIn. Lots of people use it for professionals, such as myself, but what about for businesses?
Yeah, absolutely. I think my LinkedIn presence has gotten so popular that people know me as, oh, are you Ryan from LinkedIn? Not Ryan from William Joseph. It's kind of crazy.
Crazy. So let's talk about how we do that. You mentioned starting with goals is the perfect place to start.
Yeah. So, as you talked about, like we can have a personal LinkedIn presence, but your company should have one too. So when you develop your profile and your online presence, you have to think, what are we trying to achieve with it? So what are the goals? Is it to increase visibility? Is it to showcase yourself as an authority? Is it to rank higher in search engines? Like, what is the goals that we're trying to develop as a company? And then start there.
Okay. Well, let's talk about that a little bit more. Increased search visibility. How does LinkedIn really help with that?
Yeah, so again, when you're on LinkedIn, it's going to be one of those aspects where people, like when they do search like William Joseph, it'll say like, it'll pull up our LinkedIn page. Also, when you write your profile for your company and the content, it too will have keywords in it. So when you're searching those words, that can also, pull up the search engines and drive it to your LinkedIn page.
Okay. And then, of course, once you have a page, finding people to work for you becomes a lot easier and you can find better people.
Oh, absolutely. So again, all of our friends nowadays are on LinkedIn looking for jobs and they have the platforms to do it. It also kind of gives an insight into the culture in the company that you would be applying for. So you kind of get a sense of what that company's like by the people that work there and the content that they put out.
Okay. And then let's talk about that content. Number 4, content distribution that actually works. How does LinkedIn help?
Oh my goodness. So LinkedIn is it's a community. And it's a community that's craving content. And you have to keep feeding the content into the social outlet. But you have to make sure that the content both talks about what you do, why you do it, your passion. People don't read boring stuff. Let's be honest. People want to be inspired. They want to be educated. So when you do create content for LinkedIn, tell compelling stories that get people engaged. Ask questions, create conversations. Don't just tell, but create, stories that people want to talk to and talk with.
And something I didn't know about LinkedIn, advanced analytics at your fingertips. What do you mean by that?
Oh, there's the back end. So the whole thing is like whether you run an ad or you post a post, you can see who's looking at your post, the data, the number of views that it's had, and it really starts kind of giving you good business and marketing information. You can tell, geez, we talked about this topic today, no one cared. But when we talked about it this way or that product, there was huge interest. So that can start telling you, okay, that's kind of giving you an idea as to what the market thinks about your company, product, and services.
Absolutely. Now, you were kind of mentioning customers and staying front of mind with them. How can it really help you with that?
You have to stay consistent, right? If you do a LinkedIn post once a month, nobody's going to remember you. You go 2 times a day, they might say, Ryan, that's too much, but you're going to stay top of mind. You have to find the balance that works for you. So you have to create content that, again, keeps people engaged. And you really want to make sure that you do stay top of mind so that when people think of, like, for example, marketing, oh, that Ryan guy on LinkedIn or William Joseph, well, we see their stuff. They're really good. We're top of mind for them to call.
Okay, well, 6 things there, so probably best just to call William Joseph Communications.
I would say so in my most humble opinion.
I love that. Ryan, thank you so much for telling us a little bit about harnessing that power of LinkedIn for professionals and, of course, for businesses.
Perfect. Thank you.